Hello everyone. So for today's video, we're gonna discuss the introduction to research. Okay. So research is the systematic investigation and study of a topic or phenomena to discover new information, test hypotheses, and expand our understanding of the world around us. So it is a critical process that drives scientific and technological progress, informing decision making and shaping the future. No? So, yan ang research. Systematic. So, we follow a certain steps for us to produce a research. A good study. No? So, we have here the introduction, methodologies, results, and discussion for the IMRAD format. But for thesis, no, we have chapter 1, no, which is introduction. Chapter 2 would be the RRL or the review of related literature and studies. Meron din yan. And then for the chapter 3, we have the methodology. For the chapter 4, we have the results. And for the chapter 5, we have the discussion and the conclusion part and recommendations. So it varies. So if it is a research for publication, we follow the IMRAD format. But for the requirements in undergrad, no, and also in graduate studies, we use thesis. And for the PhD, of course, that is dissertation. Okay, so let us proceed with the next slide. So we have here four characteristics of good research. For us to say that it is a good research, so these four must be met. So number one, objectivity. So research should be conducted with an impartial and unbiased approach, seeking to understand the subject matter without preconceptions. Okay? So objectivity. So maraming estudyante, no, they are trying to control the result of their study. Okay? So, nagbabasa sila ng mga RRL, ang nakita nila mostly, there is a relationship for a certain variables. And konti lang yung no relationship. Now, thinking nila dapat there is a relationship. Ayaw nila na no relationship. But, if what the data tells you, you should follow it. No? You should not control your data results because that is unethical. Okay? So that's number one, objectivity. Hindi ka dapat maging bias sa result ng iyong research. Okay, number two, rigorous methodology. So researchers must employ well-designed, systematic, and reproducible methods to ensure the validity and reliability of their findings. So, as a researcher, you should use the correct methods for your study. You should follow all the necessary rules, all the necessary steps for you to finish your research. Hindi pwede maglalaktaw ka kasi what will happen? Didismaya, maiiba ang resulta ng iyong research. Kung ayaw mo madismaya, so you follow the correct process, which is later on madi-discuss natin in the future videos. Okay? So, stay tuned in with this channel. Next, transparency. So the research process and data should be clearly documented and accessible to allow for scrutiny and verification by the scientific community. Okay? So you should be transparent as a researcher. No? Yung mga data mo na nag-gather, of course, itabi mo muna for a certain period of time until ma-defense mo na, i-present mo na sa scientific community. Ano? Para, in case na hanapin nila sa'yo, you could present it to the community. Okay? So, bakit nila hahanapin? Because there are times na maaari nagkamali ka sa pag-analyze ng iyong data, sa statistics of your data, sa analysis of your data. Okay? So that is why it is really important that you have it. So itago mo muna for the meantime. So usually 6 months to 1 year. And of course, we have ethical practices. Research must be conducted with the utmost respect for participants, adherence to moral principles, and consideration of the potential consequences. Okay? So dapat you practice the ethics or the ethical principles na sinasabi natin. So bago ka mag-interview, you inform them. We have this informed consent. No? So let them sign it, no? And then after they sign it, you explain what is your study all about. So, or as much as possible, ilagay mo na sa informed consent mo yung study mo. What is your study all about? Okay? And then, always ask permission. If you're gonna record them, ask permission. No? Huwag basta-basta magre-record na lang. Okay? So, because that is unethical. Okay, let us proceed with the next slide. Okay. So we have here the research processes and methodologies. So we have here number one, problem identification. So clearly defining the research question or problem to be investigated is the crucial first step in the research process. Okay. No? So yan ang unang hahanapin sa inyo ng inyong advisor, no? Or mentor sa research. So dapat meron kang definite problem, no? Dapat measurable yung problem mo, attainable, no? So, you should define your research question well. So, yan ang gagawin mo muna. Dapat merong problem. Dapat may research gap kang sinosolve. Kasi kung wala naman, so, why conduct a research, diba? So, there should be a purpose. There should be a problem to solve. Number two, data collection. Researchers must gather relevant information and data through various methods, such as experiments, surveys, or literature reviews. No? So of course, you have to collect data para meron kang basihan ng ini-study mo o ng inaaral mo. Okay? So that is data. No? So you're gonna create survey, no? Experiment, depende sa type of research na ginagawa mo. And of course, lastly, data analysis. You will analyze your data. So the collected data is then analyzed using appropriate statistical or qualitative techniques to extract meaningful insights and findings. So depende if it is a quantitative or qualitative, you analyze it using the appropriate tools. So later on, madi-discuss din natin yan in this channel. Okay, let us now proceed with ethical considerations in research. So, informed consent, yan yung sinasabi natin kanina. No? Researchers must obtain voluntary and informed consent from participants, ensuring they understand the purpose and potential risks of the study. Okay? So, dapat alam yan ng participant mo, ng respondents mo. Ano? So, they should be aware kung para saan ang ginagawa mong study. Next, we have confidentiality and privacy. Sensitive data and information collected during research must be protected and kept confidential to respect the privacy of participants. Of course, no? So, yung mga information, yung mga data na nag-gather mo, that is all confidential. So, you should not divulge those information to others, nor sell it to others, because that is unacceptable. Those are confidential. So, as a researcher, you must keep it to yourself only. Okay? For your eyes only. No? And of course, minimizing harm. The research design should take into account the potential for harm, both physical and psychological, and include measures to mitigate any risk. So, if you think there is a harm in conducting this study, no, you stop. Okay. So, what matters most is the safety of everyone. Okay. So, if it would cause harm to others, stop. All right, let's have this communicating research findings. Okay, so we have here four. Number one, publications, followed by presentations, reports, and outreach. So four, a total of four. How do we communicate our research findings? Number one, publications. So sharing research findings through peer-reviewed journal articles, conference proceedings, or books is crucial for disseminating knowledge. Okay, so ayan, it is important that you publish your research in a peer-reviewed journals, no? Or Scopus journals, index journals, no? Because in these journals, meron na silang naitayong reputasyon. No? And hindi ito yung tulad ng iba na scam lamang. No? Nagawa-gawa lamang na website and saying na mag-publish ka dito. No. Okay. So it should be peer-reviewed journal articles, no? Or Scopus journals. You could also present it in conference. No? So for presentations, delivering oral presentations at academic conferences or institutional events allow researchers to engage with the broader community. Okay, so in university, usually meron silang mga ganyan, academic conferences. So institutional events also, no? Yung mga graduate school studies, they host those events. So they have the body to facilitate that event, and then there it is. So we have these research conferences in the community. For instance, in your school. Next, reports. Comprehensive written reports provide detailed documentation of the research, methodology, results, and implications. So of course, you could do this as well using written reports. And of course, outreach, engaging with the public through media, social platforms, or educational initiatives can help promote broader understanding of research. Okay, so doing an outreach using the television, social platforms, no, you could share there your research, no, so that mas marami pa ang makaalam, makababasa ng iyong research. Okay, so for the last part, we have this the conclusion and key takeaways. So we have four. Research importance. So research is essential for expanding human knowledge, driving innovation, and informing decision making across various domains. So hindi lamang po ito limitado sa academic. No? Ito ay maaari ring sa marketing, engineering, in all industry. Maaari yang makatulong ang pag-research. Second, we have ethical practices. Upholding ethical principles in research is crucial to protect participants, ensure the integrity of findings, and maintain public trust. So ito yung sinasabi natin kanina na you should not divulge any information to other people because those things are confidential. Okay? And of course, we have collaborative effort. So effective research often involves interdisciplinary collaboration, fostering the exchange of the ideas and the advancement of knowledge. Okay, so of course, we collaborate with other communities, no? Para mas mapalawak pa natin yung ating nabebenepisyuhan. Nakakalam ng ating research na maaaring interested din sila sa topic na mayroon ka. And of course, through this, you could build your connections and develop your professional endeavors. Okay. And lastly, we have continuous improvement. So the research process is an ongoing endeavor with each new study building upon previous findings and publishing the boundaries of understanding. Okay. So we should embrace continuous improvement. Learning must never stop. Okay? So it is a continuous process. It is a never ending process. Sure. So should learning should no continue at all times. So learning will just stop when we are under 6 feet of the ground. Okay. So I hope that you have learned a lot in this session. So thank you so much for tuning in today. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye.